Good morning. Sorry, y'all. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the Class of 2026 graduation ceremony. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the hard work and achievements of our incredible seniors. We'd like to extend a special thank you to our dedicated faculty and staff, as well as the family and friends whose support has helped make this moment possible. Before we begin, we kindly ask that you silence your cell phones to ensure everyone can fully enjoy the ceremony. Let's get started and celebrate the Class of 2026.
Good morning. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning. I'm so honored to have been chosen by the senior class to speak today. Although I asked them not to pick me because I would probably just cry. I'll try to keep it together. When I first came to the high school during your freshman year, I remember Ms. Stietzman telling the teachers that we needed to start the year strong with structure. She advised us to teach something on the first day of school that we were passionate about, whether it was related to class or not. The very first lesson I taught at Robinson High School was on poetry, because I'm very passionate about poetry and language and the way words can hold a universe of possibilities. You, like words and poetry, hold a universe of possibilities. It is your job in life to use your talent and infinite potential, to seek joy in every day, even the bad days, especially the bad ones. To cherish those around you exactly as they are. We are only given so much time in this one precious life, and I hope you won't waste it with anger and bitterness. To inspire everyone you meet with your words and actions. You have learned so much throughout the years, and the world is eager to hear your wisdom and see your achievements. I hope you stand up every time the world knocks you down and keep trying even when you make mistakes. I hope you boldly pursue all that you have dreamed of.
Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to introduce this year's salutatorian, Kaylin Nicole Sepulveda, daughter of TJ and Ashley Sepulveda. Throughout high school, she has demonstrated an incredible commitment to academics, leadership, service, and involvement in our school community. She has been an active member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, FCCLA, UIL Academics, FFA LDE, Rocket Roses Floral Design, and served as an Isabindi House leader. In addition, she has dedicated countless hours volunteering for the Ironman 70.3 Waco event and helping fellow students through after-school tutoring. She also represented our school in both track and field and volleyball. Her accomplishments extend far beyond just mere participation. She has earned recognition through the College Board National School Recognition Program, was honored as part of the Celebration of Stars Top 25, and graduated in the top 10% of her class. She also qualified for UIL regionals in both 2024 and 2026, reflecting her dedication and academic excellence. Graduating with an outstanding GPA of 4.30545 and 27 college credit hours already completed, she has truly made the most of every opportunity available to her. This fall, she plans to attend Texas A&M University, where there is no doubt she will continue to excel and make a positive impact. What makes Kaylin truly stand out is not only her academic achievements, but the examples she sets through hard work, humility, and determination. She has consistently challenged herself while encouraging and supporting those around her. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming our salutatorian, Kaylin Nicole Sepulveda, to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I want to give a quick thanks and round of applause to the staff, admin, families, and of course, my class before me. Without y'all, tonight would not be possible. Now, I'm sure some of y'all felt the same, but when I first walked into this school as a freshman, graduation felt so far away. But now, somehow, we're here. Over these last few weeks of high school, I've taken time to really think about every little moment. Walking through the halls one last time, sitting in classrooms I used to rush out of, talking to my classmates about their futures. In these moments, something felt different. My daily events were suddenly becoming memories. As I've thought about all this, the one thing that kept coming back to my mind was the song In My Life by the Beatles. To those who are unfamiliar with this song, it's John Lennon's reflection of memory, growth, change, and appreciating the people who have shaped your life. The Beatles have a special place in my heart, specifically because of a special person in my life, my pap, and I thought the perfect way to honor that was by reflecting on our last 4 years together and tying them to the lyrics of this song. There are places I remember all my life. For us, this place was more than just classrooms and hallways. It's the place where we grew up, made mistakes, and learned about ourselves. For me, this is the place where my confidence grew, my discipline formed, and where I gained the courage to stick up for myself. Through all the ups and downs, whether you enjoyed this experience or not, lessons were learned in this place that will stick with you forever. Some have changed. 4 years ago, many of us walked into this school nervous, uncertain, and trying to figure out where we fit in. It was a new environment with double the amount of students and a new maze of hallways to map out. These feelings didn't remain, though. We transitioned from curious, concerned underclassmen to confident upperclassmen who had become comfortable in our routines. Some of us found new passions and excelled in them. Others built relationships that will last a lifetime. We are not the same people that we were 4 years ago. We've all evolved into someone greater. Some forever, not for better. Throughout our time in high school, we have faced hardships, struggling academically, getting a season-ending injury, breaking up with friends or partners, or having a rough home life. Whether it was in or outside of school, stress, pressure, loss, and uncertainty are all things we've dealt with at some point. Not every memory in high school was perfect, but even the difficult moments shaped who you became. With lovers and friends, I still can recall. Despite the hardships, we were surrounded by people who had our backs. We made friends. We bonded with teachers and coaches. We collaborated with classmates. Our community is a family, and the people around us made school feel like home. Whether you know it or not, people are rooting for you in your success. As you leave this place, people will be cheering for you every step of the way. In my life, I love you more. Now that we're in our final moments of high school, the memories we've made mean more than ever. Y'all have truly meant the world to me, and I'm glad I've had the pleasure of experiencing this beside y'all. As we head toward the future, we'll move on to bigger and better things. We will continue to grow up, make mistakes, and learn about ourselves. Years from now, we may not remember every assignment, deadline, or test score, but we remember the people who sat beside us in the moments that shaped us. As In My Life says, there are places I remember all of my life. And I know this school will always be one of them. No matter where we go next, a part of us will always stay here, in this chapter of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2026. As we take this next step into our future, I will leave you all with the closing lines of this song. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Thank you.
Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and graduates. It is my honor to introduce our 2026 valedictorian, Sebastian Nicholas Gonzalez. He's the son of Stacy and Christopher Gonzalez. Sebastian has distinguished himself through an exceptional commitment to academic excellence, leadership, service, and the arts, graduating with an outstanding GPA of 4.40508 and earning 27 college credit hours while still in high school. Sebastian has demonstrated the discipline, determination, and intellectual curiosity that define true academic achievement. Heading to the University of Texas at Austin this fall, he remains committed to pursuing excellence. He is a recipient of the prestigious Gates Scholarship, an honor awarded to only a select group of exceptional student leaders across the nation. Throughout his high school career, Sebastian has been deeply involved in numerous organizations and activities. He is a member of the National Honor Society and served as secretary of the Spanish National Honor Society. His leadership abilities were further displayed through his role as co-vice president of Student Council and vice president of the International Thespian Society. Outside the classroom, Sebastian is an accomplished speaker and leader. He showcased remarkable creativity and confidence as a two-time UIL Poetry Interpretation Regional Qualifier in both 2025 and 2026. Reflecting both his academic achievements and his positive influence on others, he was also named a 2026 Wacoan Star Student. In addition to his many accomplishments, Sebastian has remained dedicated to serving others through his volunteer work at the Robinson Food Pantry, demonstrating compassion and a commitment to his community. Sebastian represents the very best of the class of 2026. His work ethic, character, leadership, and heart have left a lasting impact on our school, and we are excited to see all that he will accomplish in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our 2026 valedictorian, Sebastian Nicholas Gonzalez.
Good morning, beloved faculty, proud parents, honored guests, and the class of 2026. It is truly an honor to be speaking with you today. As I sat in my room at 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to come up with what I wanted to say, I faced two challenges. One was trying to tune out my brother as he yelled at his gaming monitor for the 100th time that night. Oh, the joys of sharing a room. The second challenge was trying to find a way to encompass our entire schooling career in a single 3 to 5 minute speech. I've tried my best, but I have the memory of a goldfish, so we'll see how this goes. We've experienced a vast amount of change in our lives, from learning to adapt to a co-ed-filled middle school to navigating the seemingly endless halls of the high school during our freshman year. I fear I'm still looking for the construction trades building. Anyone know what that is? That's not my sector, so much love to y'all, though. As we learn to adapt and accept change, it becomes quite easy for change to consume us. One little modification can lead to more modifications, eventually leading to more change until you get to the point where the people around you can't seem to recognize you anymore. It is important to adapt to change, but you should never let change overcome you. Keep trying to show kindness to others, even when things take a turn for the worst. Keep showing your sense of humor, even as you navigate loss and grief. Al mal tiempo, buena cara. In bad times, keep a good face and remain positive. Remember, stay true to yourself and maintain the central values that make you the main character of your story. In the great words of William Shakespeare, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women nearly players. I know the theater nerd just had to include a theater metaphor, but bear with me. In all seriousness, the world truly is your stage. Sure, the setting may change, and you might put on some new or unexpected costumes, but the role you play should always be one that you are proud to call yours, whether that means joining the workforce, pursuing higher education, starting a family, or figuring it all out along the way. And no matter what scenes you end up in, or what role you play, never be afraid to reach out for help. We are all part of this production called life, and we all know what it is like to suffer. Be the light in other people's lives, and don't hesitate to reach out for the light in others. To the staff, thank you for believing in us when we needed it the most. Dealing with our crash outs and end of the year burnout might not have been your fondest memories of us, but you've stuck with us despite all of our flaws. I'd like to give a special thanks to Miss Maherter, or as we in theater like to call her, Mother, for putting up with me in both the theater department and her AP English classes. You have been for me what I know many other teachers in the class of 2026 have been, a second home. Your guidance has helped me become the man I am today, and I couldn't be more grateful for the love you show me and your students. To my friends, or as I like to call them, my personal Uber drivers, just kidding, love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me all these years. You have cheered me on through my highest of highs and have guided me through my lowest of lows. You have never judged me for my differences, and you have always been accepting of who I am. I hope that I have done the same for you, and I can't express how much I love each of you. To my siblings, Corbin and Chloe, thank you for putting up with my antics since you popped out of that womb. There was never a quiet moment in our house, but that made it all the more worth living in. You guys are constantly showing me new trends and aspects of the world that I never cared to look at. Thank you for being the best younger siblings I could ask for. And I hope you won't miss me too much as I head off to Austin. Especially you, my roommate of 16 years. To my parents, thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself. Every time I felt like giving up, every time it felt like life just kept getting worse, you guys were there to keep me going. You have stood by me through all of my questionable decisions and rough times, showing me what it truly means to be loved. I would not be the man I am today without your love and guidance. You were the strongest pillars of my life, and I love you more than you will ever know. And finally, to the class of 2026, thank you for showing me what community truly means. I may not have gotten the chance to know everyone on a personal level, but the kindness and inclusiveness that I've seen in the halls and outside of the classroom are truly remarkable. I can't wait to see what life has in store for us, and I have no doubt that every single one of you will go on to do amazing things. Congratulations, class of 2026. Now go out there and give them the performance of a lifetime. Thank you.
Before we do the certification, we want to recognize and take a moment to recognize a few groups. First of all, our veterans, active duty servicemen and women, military family members, and those students of the class of 2026 who will be serving in the armed forces. We, along with all Americans, thank you for your sacrifices and service. Would you please stand so we can honor y'all? Seniors, over the years, many people have played an important role in your education and your life. If you are a parent, guardian, or grandparent of a senior, please stand at this time so the class of 2026 and all of us can honor you with our applause. One last group before we get to this class. We would like to recognize all of you that this group of seniors will soon be a part of. If you graduated from Robinson High School, please stand. Class, this blessing we pray for each of you. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord's face radiate with joy over you. May he be gracious to you, show you his favor, and give you his peace. Graduating seniors of the class of 2026, please stand. Speaking on behalf of the faculty, administrators, and Board of Trustees, we wish each of you the happiness of a productive life. It is now my privilege to certify that these seniors have completed all requirements mandated by the state of Texas and now are entitled to receive diplomas of graduation. Class of 2026, please come forward to receive your diplomas as your name is called.
Preston Paul Abshire. Calicio Toribio Alberto. Jose Refugio Alba. Cogan John Allen. Riley Bree Anderson. Landon Patrick Arms. Lillianne Estelle Arnold. Zane Brian Bailey. Serenity Faith Barnett. Susana Camila Barrios. Kai Lee Bass. Alexis Michelle Beal. Hallie Grace Beals. Michael Benjamin Bearden. Brooklyn Michelle Biles. Brandon Lee Binder. Caden Lafayette Burks. Miranda Lynn Black. Jemiah Aday Bonner. Gavin Alexander Brink. Sophie Ryan Brown. Maximilian Michael Bucher. Cade Schaefer Cano. Bailey Keith Carter. Emma Grace Carter. Sydney Lee Carver. Israel Alexander Castillo. Nola K. Severa. Ryder Zane Chambly. Madison Lee Clarity. Ethan Ryan Clark. Ryan William Cobb. Caden Blaine Coe. Emma Michelle Cogburn. Callie Mariah Crenshaw. Caleb Nathaniel Cruz. Bryson William Davis. William Fisher Delaney. Mason Christopher Dozal. Riley Amick Ingblom. Ellie Ray Engel. Addison May Fetzko. Cortland Cortez Anthony Floyd. Kinsley Kate Fuquay. Edith Francisco Gama. Tristan Alexander Gamise. Alex Ray Gassaway. Faith Elizabeth Gersh. Madison Ray Gilbreth. Sebastian Nicholas Gonzalez. Amory Uvia Gonzalez. Cicely Annette Gray. Chloe Michelle Greider. Colt Daniel Grubb. Cameron Avery Hale. Kaysen Andrew Helbert. Bradley Stephen Hennessy. Cadence Ashlyn Hernandez. Rolando Jaden Hernandez. Jesse Joel Herrera. Tyler Preston Hill. Haley James Hennahos. Presley Faye Homeyer. Chelsea Michaela Huerta. Jayshun Ephraim Jones. Andrew Augustine Juro. Cannon Ryan Kappas. Lily Grace King. Gary Stephen Langston III. Aaron Lee Linder. Maddie Marie Lingard. Addison Grace London. Julio David Moncio. Camden Alexander Martin. Jordan Michael Martinez. Miguel Angel Martinez. Isabel Claire Mathis. Joseph Wayne Matus Jr. Joshua Robert McGee. Derek Joseph Medlock. Peyton Kendall Menifee. Cade Douglas Moglen. Jonathan Tripp Montgomery. Rayleigh Grace Montgomery. Madeline Michelle Moore. Joshua Alonzo Morales. Evan Finesse Moreno.
Juliana Grace Morgan. Drake Hunter Morphus. Carson Wayne Morris. Adeline Fern Murphy. Drake Ulrich Nevins. Landry Kate Newton. Mason Lee Nisbet. Kylie Nicole Oldham. Paulina Olmos. Kingston Aranta. Jennifer Brooke Page. Emilio Herman Palacios. Isaac Andrew Parker. Journey Renee Patterson. Caden Luis Perez. Jeremy Allen Pacina Jr. Cameron Lily Petty. Natalie Rose Petty. Brooklyn Marie Pick. Lucero Anaí Pina. Rory Alina Pricer. Nicholas Quintero. Hayden Scott Ray. Caden John Russadori. Elijah Nathaniel Reyna. Peyton Mackenzie Richards. Elizabeth Ann Rivera. Brinley Ryan Robinson. Emmett Denicio Rodriguez. Emmy Nicole Rodriguez. Eric Alex Rodriguez Jr. Juan Angel Rodriguez. Lexi Hope Rosillo. Madison Lynn Roof. Hoyt Anthony Schmunzler. Avery Kate Shortensky. Addison Lee Schwartz. Denton Robert Scott. James Allen Scott. Curry Talmadge Plies Sedbury. Kaylin Nicole Sepulveda. Jet Riker Shade. Gracie Soraya Silvas.
Ryan Patrick Simmons. Addison Faith Spear. Corbin Elizabeth Stecker Stroud. Morgan Brianne Stivner. Caleb Mitchell Strouser. Sophia Reese Swindle. Colin Eric Such. Christian Faith Tarbush. Reese Catherine Tate. Liam Ray Tello. Austin Ray Terry. Peyton Everett Tyndall. Cole Henry Treat. Annalise Catherine Trevathan. Trip Arden Tucker. Emma Corrine Turner. Isabella Starr Turner. Raylan Susan Van Zee. Jonathan Alexis Vaquero. Marcella Rose Vasquez. Jasleen Vinces. Zachary Mason Vera. Noah John Viafana. Tristan Daniel Waxman. Mia Juliana Watson. Ty Neil Weaver. Mac Christopher Wirt. Faith Lynn White. Sky Alexandria Whited Futch. Amelia Grace Whitehead. Haley Kate Weiss. Terilyn Wilkins. Addison Taylor Williams. John Wyatt Wolski. Alyssa Marie Wood. Orrin Lynn Woodard. Michael Philip Ibarra Jr. Stephen Andrew York. Christian Bradley Young. Sage Hope Young. Shay Helen Young.
Robinson High School class of 2026, congratulations. You're now graduates of Robinson High School. Please move your tassel from right to left. I've had the honor of speaking to the senior class many times at RHS. As many times on this stage or winding down, I don't care what recognitions may be bestowed on a teacher. For you, the class of 2026, to place me on this stage, behind this microphone, there's no bigger honor. And for me, than to address you with these closing remarks today. For 3 years, you were a familiar face in the halls, yet we were strangers. And then finally, you stepped into my classroom as my students. And time being a thief, as many of you parents understand now, you are leaving almost as quickly as graduates. Class of 2026, you have left me with some great memories. Some of you I've known your entire life, from watching you cheer on your older brothers playing little rocket football on the field over there, to building bike ramps and airing up tires on the regular. Recently, I was gifted by one of you the largest, longest, shiniest, and one shorts I've ever worn in my life. So I could dress up as Adam Sandler portraying Bobby Boucher, and thinking for a while that morning that I'd been pranked by this senior class. I could always count on my sixth-period class to be the most thoughtful as they checked daily to make sure my day was going well. Tuesday's final walk was as special for me as it was for you. Some of you made that final walk in the hallways really difficult for this old man, as we said that final goodbye. I often find myself wondering what you all imagined before that first day, what you expected from me, from my class, from the year ahead. My hope is simple, that reality has matched or even exceeded whatever expectations you walked in with. I cherish my days with you in the classroom. I thoroughly enjoyed you kids, and I hope you enjoyed my class as much as I enjoyed you. I hope that leaving my class for the last time left you with a new knowledge, a better perspective on life, and a little sad as it was for me. As difficult as this goodbye is, understand this ending is just the beginning. There's so much more out there you haven't discovered yet. You will grow so much in the next few years. The person you become will surprise you. Some of that growth will be planned. The degrees you'll earn, the careers you'll build, the goals you'll achieve, those matter. But the most important growth will be unexpected. It'll come from relationships you forge, the mistakes you recover from, and the dreams you revise, and the person you become when no one's watching. Before we part ways, I want to leave you with a few key points I hope will resonate with you. 1, you have a choice. Today we sit at Rocket Field surrounded by people that have different backgrounds and circumstances. But despite those differences, everybody still had the same choice. You can take ownership and use what you have learned as inspiration, or you can become victim-minded. You can look for excuses, blame your circumstances on others, become entitled, and convince yourself that because of what you have, or because of what you don't have, you cannot become what you want to be. The past 18 years doesn't define you. You're capable of anything, but entitled to nothing. Everything in life is what you make of it. Always has been, always will be. It comes from which perspective you choose. Your attitude determines your altitude. 2, your habits and character matter. Are the habits you have for today on par with the dreams you have for tomorrow? If you want to be great, your habits must match your ambition. What you build your life on matters, because storms are coming. When they come, they don't just shake things, they reveal them. Storms don't create character, they reveal it. Sometimes the quickest path feels like the easiest choice, but a strong foundation, though it takes more time up front, is what truly helps us weather life's challenges and find lasting stability. Character is built on an unshakable foundation. Who you are at your core, how you treat others when it matters most, and the choices you make in moments when no one is watching. What will you build your life on? 3, right choices equal big returns. I talked to you in class about return on investment, but what about return on choices? What will carry you forward in life? Is it your choices? Many in front of me are gifted. Your choices will determine how far you go. Everything worthwhile in life is uphill. Success, strong relationships, personal growth, discipline, none of it comes easy. When you add integrity to the equation, doing it the right way, the climb gets even steeper, but so does the return. These are uphill choices, and you are starting your climb now. Here's a problem. Sometimes we tend to have uphill hopes, but downhill habits. We want success, but we want it easy. We want the results, but we skip the process. We want the reward, but we expect it without the work. What comes easy won't last long, and what lasts long won't come easy. Martin Luther King, while getting his shoes shined, told the story of the street sweeper. He said, if you're going to be a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper in the world. Sweep the streets like Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel. Like Shakespeare wrote literature. Let him post a sign that says the best street sweeper in the world lives right here. Because if you do that, you accomplish the best there is in life, which is knowing you did your best to be the best you could be, no matter what you choose to do. The challenge is, that's not natural. That's not normal. Human nature is just to survive. That's the challenge you all have in life. Don't just be average, be different. I told you in class, average in America is financially broke. Be different. As Snoop Dogg says, the world doesn't need any more copies. It needs originals. 4, protect your peace. Life is full of conflict. But before you get into an argument, remember this quote. A bee does not waste its energy trying to convince a fly that honey tastes better than, manure. Some minds are not meant to be changed, and that's not a problem. Not everyone is ready to see what you see. Not everyone is open to understand what you understand. Sometimes the more you try to explain, the more you lose your own peace. Because arguments are not always about truth, they're about attachment. Attachment to being right, attachment to control, attachment to ego. Not every conversation deserves your energy. Not every opinion needs your response, and not every person is on the same path as you. Wisdom is not in winning every argument. It's in knowing when to stay silent and walk away. Save your energy for what truly matters, for your peace, for your growth, for the life you are building. Keep your circle small and surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. In closing, my final message I want you to walk away with is this. You have to disappear. Disappearing means doing the work. It means doing the work in the dark. It means building in private what you don't need to prove in public. It means doing the work when no one's watching, not worrying about what people think and valuing what you believe. Because a life that looks good or sounds good is nothing compared to a life that feels good. I don't care what you do, as long as what you do makes you feel the way I do, standing in front of you today. Class of 2026, your climb starts now. Until we meet again, my best to you.
Please stand and join us in singing the school song.